If you're like me, you struggle to find one store that suits all your food and wine needs. Well, I found that store in Durham, New Hampshire, where I happen to be the wine consultant for a wine department that has over 700 wines. Let's head over to Durham Marketplace and do a little shopping. When I'm planning an event, I plan to visit Durham Marketplace. Whether I need a party platter or sushi, or just some great cheese paired with wines, Durham Marketplace can help me put together the perfect party with fabulous food and outstanding wine that fits any budget. I've been the wine consultant for Durham Marketplace's wine department, conveniently called the Vintage Port, since 2006. Here I have a selection of over 700 wines that I rotate through weekly. Every week you can come in and find a fresh new selection of wines that I have tasted and tried and personally recommend to you. I also have an exclusive selection of wines that we call Carla's Pick. This is a selection of wine that I highly recommend for what's going on at that time. Another great feature at Durham Marketplace is the value zone. We've created an area of the store specifically dedicated to value wines. 2 for $18, 2 for $24, just great price wines that you can grab, and they're only here while they last. No time to get into the store? That's okay. New to Durham Marketplace is online wine ordering. Go to durhammarketplace.com and place your wine order there. We have an extensive selection of wines that are not available in the store. Choose your wines, place your order. A few days later, stop into the store and pick up your wine at the store. It's that easy.
Carla, I have chosen this sparkling wine, and I'm wondering what cheese should I pair it with?
Great, well, I'm glad I'm here too. It's a sparkling wine from Argentina. It's very similar to a champagne, it's just not from the region of Champagne in France. Whenever I do bubbles, I typically choose a goat cheese or a very creamy, rich cheese. So a couple of options here would be the Boucheron-Dine. The Boucheron-Dine has a very dry finish, so the bubbles really work well with that. So it's the kind of the scrubbing bubbles of champagne to clean up that dry finish. And then something that's very brie in style, maybe the Fromage Dauphinois. And this is very similar to a brie cheese as well, and with that nice rich creamy texture where again the dryness of the extra brut and the bubbles would work very well.
Great, I'll take both.
Great,
Thanks,
enjoy. I'm so impressed with the cheese department at Durham Marketplace because they have a great selection of both international and domestic cheeses, pairing perfectly with the wines at the Vintage Port. I've used a lot of their cheese platters for events that I've done, and they've always worked out well. Oh, great. Thank you very much. It's beautiful. And for a party with an exotic twist, Nori Sushi at Durham Marketplace offers incredible edible works of art created from the freshest seafood and vegetables by their own Chef Max. The seafood department at Durham Marketplace has some of the freshest local seafood around. They get their lobsters from Little Bay Lobster Company in Newington, New Hampshire, their fish from Seaport Fish in Rye, New Hampshire, and here's a tip for you. Be sure to ask about their dayboat caught specials that change daily with fish caught from local fishermen. What's more fun than a traditional New England clam bake? Well, Durham Marketplace can make that so much easier for you and provide everything from the clams, shrimp, and ready-made lobsters. I love a nice French Syrah with a rack of lamb or a juicy Cabernet Sauvignon with marinated steak tips. And that's why it's great that Durham Marketplace has expert butchers ready to help you plan a menu and offer cooking tips to make your dinner party perfect. And when I'm trying to impress, all-natural turkeys from Stonewood Farm, or an exclusive hand-trimmed rib roast, or maybe a stuffed leg of lamb, those are all great choices. And joining us is Chuck Cressy, owner of Durham Marketplace. Hi, Chuck.
Hey, Carla.
How are you?
Doing?
Great to see you today. So I just wanted to take a moment to ask you a couple of questions. Sure. First of all, can you tell us how you got started with Durham Marketplace?
Wow, good question. 1991, I worked for a chain store, and they decided to leave Durham and opted me for the job, and I made my mind up on the spot that this is what I'd like to do for the rest of my life.
That's great. And I've also been always so impressed with your focus on local producers, local farmers, really supporting that local movement. Tell us about that passion.
Well, that is really our mission, to search out the finest local growers and suppliers we can. We don't wait for them to come to us because they're growing product or building product, and we got to go find them. So we think we've done a pretty good job at that. We're learning every day and bringing new folks on every day, but we love working with the small local independents.
That's great. Obviously the movement of local, eat local, drink local,
Absolutely.
And you're way ahead of that curve with doing this for a while. So, well, kudos to you for that, Chuck.
Thank you.
Your food, your wine, all in one stop. Whether you're having a casual dinner at home or a holiday gathering, Durham Marketplace in Durham, New Hampshire.